Hi Chevra, welcome back to Halacha and Haggada. So I promised we would talk about this 24-hour business. So after 24 hours, when something is not a ben yomo anymore, within its day, after you cook something in a pot, and that flavor, in particular, a flavor of isser, of something, a prohibited substance, has been absorbed in a pot or used with a utensil, through some sort of hot medium, after 24 hours, that tam is lifgam. No saying tam lifgam. That flavor is diminished, or even that flavor is actually negative. It's deleterious to whatever you cook in that pot afterwards. Okay, we're Jews. We care about good flavor, and bad flavor can have a certain effect on things. We know that it's a mitigating factor, right? It's always the question you're always supposed to ask as a rabbi, right? Someone asks you a kashrus shaila, you say, okay, we put a spoon and a this thing, a fleishik and a milchik and a blah, blah, blah. And you say, okay, was it used within 24 hours, right? Because that's a mitigating factor, right? If we're looking to try to figure out, to find a way around or find some sort of leniency. So it does make it okay, but that's the point. So that being said, when you're doing hagala, right, with water, using some sort of a medium to expel the negative, expel the bad stuff, right, the chametz from the vessel, you want to make sure that both the thing you're kashering in, the pot you're using to kasher, and the thing that you're kashering hasn't been used in 24 hours. This way, it's no sin tam lefgam, right? The stuff that's sort of like you have this toxic mix of chametz, right, in the water, and then it's okay. It's not as bad, right? It's a lessened form of that, and it's just sort of gotten out, and then you are good to go. When it comes to libun, when you're doing that dry heat, right, kind of kashering, so therefore then you don't need the 24 hours before, because there's no tam lefgam. You're looking for it, you're just sort of deadening it. It's libun, right? You're making it white hot, and you're kind of destroying the particles of chametz in that kind of way. That being said, when you go somewhere or whatever, and you need to kasher it on Pesach itself, you can't kasher through Hagala, because by definition, there is no tam lefgam of chametz, right? Chametz is always aser b'mashu, right? Any tiny particle is a problem on Pesach itself. But if you need to do libun, you can. So you could kasher an oven and a stove on Pesach, on Chol Hamoed itself, right? But you can't kasher a pot, or you can't kasher a microwave on Pesach itself. Okay, that's the halacha. Good stuff. Haggada. Kadesh urchatz. Urchatz is, it's a Hebrew word. It means to wash. But if you think about it, rachza really means to wash. What does urchatz mean? Or what language is that? Hebrew? It's actually not Hebrew, right? You could say it is Hebrew, but it's sort of not Hebrew, right? It's Hebrewish, it's Hebraic, it's Aramaic. Urchatz. What does urchatz mean? It says Rav Nachman of Breslov. Urchatz means to trust, to have faith. From the words we sing before we take the Torah out. Sometimes we sing it now, sometimes we don't. In Him we trust. In God we trust. That's what it means. Be'anarachitz. In God we trust. And what we're saying is, urchatz, we're washing right now. And we know we're only going to have a little piece of a potato, a little parsley. We don't have much yet. But we know there's much more to come. Why? Because in God we trust. Be'anarachitz. So that even in our limited frame of reference, even though it doesn't seem great now, we believe there's going to be another washing, and there'll be a grand seudah to follow.